So today we have a foam wreath form, and then I foraged a bunch of magnolia leaves, and I foraged some pine cones, and it's just such a simple wreath. I'm planning on putting a bow on it. We'll see if I want to or not. But the point is, this is inexpensive. I think this was $3. You could probably get it cheaper, maybe 3 to 5, let's say, depending on where you are. So just this and a hot glue gun, and you're gonna have a beautiful wreath. So I always encourage you to forage in nature and get out there, because not only is nature luxurious and beautiful, we have it at our fingertips, it's free. So I love free. So yeah, let's do it. So to get started, it's really simple. I am just taking my little, you can do it with scissors or my little shears here, and I'm just poking a hole, a pretty aggressive hole, and I'm doing a little twist just to get my leaves inside nice and cozy right there, and just stick them in. Poking a hole in first really helps kind of start because it is, very secure. So I would do that, and I'm just going around the entire wreath, and just make sure you focus on your directional force. So you want all the leaves kind of turning the same way, but you really can't mess it up. So just keep going, and let's go. I'm kind of going in a little bit at an angle here. So I'm just going in, and I'm giving it a little twist, and then I'm giving, like I said, I'm going pretty deep. Going at an angle, just so you can stick your leaf in at an angle. You want them, like I said, you want that directional force. You don't want them sticking straight out. You want that directional force going all the way, like so. And as you can see, I'm not worried about imperfections. I personally like the imperfections. I like more the natural look. So like any leaf that has a little damage to it, I'm just going for it. I think once you get it all together, it comes together. So try to get a nice little stem on your magnolia leaf when you forage. Some are better than others. I have some that aren't as stemmy. They still work, but it just helps get really sticking in there. So when you do that, make sure you get a nice long little stem on that magnolia leaf. It really helps. But as you can see, I'm just going for it. I'm not worried about like the same size magnolia leaf. If they're perfect, I'm not worried about that. I'm just going for it, trusting the process. Just go out there, forage some magnolia leaves. Don't worry about them being perfect, and just go for it. All right, I got my perfectly imperfect first layer on here. So I'm hoping I don't have to go gather up more magnolia. It is raining here right now, so I'm hoping I have enough to finish this, but if not, you gotta do what you gotta do. But so far, this is where we're at. Okay, here we go again. I am just doing another layer, same way, same direction with all the leaves. And again, I'm not worried about it being perfect. I know some people would probably focus on the leaves being the same size, making it perfect. I'm not. I am going for it. Just don't be too fussy. But I'm just taking this, going at a pretty intense angle here. I might want to go more angular than I have been. And then just taking that big old leaf and just like that. I was thinking about doing another one where I play a lot more with the brown side, but I think I'll wait until like fall or Christmas time. Right now, I'm hungry for green. Everything is starting to really bloom. But anyway, so I wanted green. It's right before everything is, starting to really come out. So, but I think this would be really pretty if you played around like alternating the brown and the green, or doing doing a middle layer where it's all brown, or whatever you want to do. So again, just have fun. There's no rules. Nothing too fussy here. If you have a place where there's a lot of wind, or you want to make sure the leaves are very secure, you can always put a little dot of glue on the end before putting it in. That will help secure the leaves. Where I'm putting it, there's just not a lot of wind. It's protected, it's covered, so I don't feel necessary to do that. But yeah, definitely if you feel like you need to give these leaves a little extra security, that should do the trick. Okay, so right now we have layer 1 and layer 2. I think she's looking good so far. You could absolutely, I'm debating right now if I'm gonna put in, because it would be really pretty with like a middle layer. I might do that just to really fill it in. That wasn't my original game plan, but let's just see how we do here. Okay, I have laid out my pine cones, so I think I have a pretty good plan. And so I'm waiting for my hot glue gun to warm up now. I think it's warming up. Okay, it looks like my glue gun is ready to rock. And I am just going to take these pine cones that I just foraged, and I am going to do the same directional force along kind of the inside of the wreath, where this wreath is, you know, it's deep. It's that styrofoam. I'll show you. You just want to make sure that the pine cones are kind of going inside, so they're kind of, you know, you're kind of hiding the innards, so to speak. So you want to make sure that this is kind of all hidden. So I'm going to make sure my pine cones are kind of angled inside as I do the directional force. Okay, this is where we are at. The pine cones are very secure. I was really nervous there for a second that maybe they wouldn't be so secure. But you can do this so many different ways. I mean, you can rearrange these pine cones however you want. I just did it this way. I love the directional force, and yeah, I thought it was kind of cute. But heck, like I said, I've just spent a collective of like $5 maybe, so we're just having fun, just doing whatever. I'm thinking about adding a little bow. Oh, I hate that. No bow. I don't think I'm gonna add a bow. I'm not really a bow girly, but I thought it needed a little something. Let me scheme.